Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. My name is Sharifah Putri Farisha binti Said Muhammad and I am serving as your moderator for today. First of all, I would like to thank the panels for coming to this forum. We have an amazing panel where the topic our forum for today is, should organization opt for permanent working from home? Before we start, I would like to introduce our 5 panels comes from various organizations and backgrounds. Our first panel, Ms. Dina Nadia binti Baharuddin, Field Officer, Ministry of Human Resource. Second panel, Ms. Farhanum Husna binti Hazanan, Chief Assistant Director, Strategic Planning Division from National Population and Family Development Board. And third panel, Ms. Aimun Amanina binti Ahmad Abdul Kadir, Executive of Yayasan Amal Malaysia. Fourth panel, Ms. Fitriani, Founder Potluck Sindian Berhad, and fifth panel, Mr. Muhammad Hafiz bin Sharif, IT Executive Technician from Telekom Malaysia. The COVID-19 pandemic has had sweeping effect on the worldwide economy. Malaysia is no exception, suffering huge losses after businesses eventually reduced their workforce, leaving thousands unemployed. JobStreet Malaysia survey report showed that out of 5 people working pre-COVID-19, 1 was permanently removed and about 13% remain employed but not working. For those actively working during the COVID-19 outbreak, 9 out of 10 were in some way impacted by the pandemic. Among companies still operating, 67% required their staff to work from home. According to the finding of survey by recruitment agency JobStreet, working from home could potentially become a norm for many businesses in Malaysia following the COVID-19 outbreak. I would like to ask a question to our first panel from Ministry of Human Resource, Ms. Nadia. What do you think about the permanent working from home? Understand that you are a part of government servant. Is this pandemic affected your organization and how do you overcome or handle this situation?
Assalamualaikum to all panels and moderator. Also thank you to Ms. Farisha for inviting me to talk about issue related to work from home during the current pandemic, COVID-19. Okay, during the current pandemic, COVID-19 was sit at home for infectious disease spread. As Ministry of Human Resource, I have agreed in MHRI officer to work from home. I am required to provide relevant information to facilitate department in handling complaints through by online based on the article that I have read. Workplace communication channel is common internal communication, such as the management use the method include email, office mail, fax, company memos, and salaries. With using the smartphone and website becoming easier for the government, it has become mainstream. Here, our panel can refer to Ministry of Human Resource, website of Indonesia and Employment (MOHR) has set up a website such as a place find work for an employee who has been fired from the work. The call is we call is Jobs Malaysia, JobStreet that we just register online the candidate details only on the website and can interview by online only. The management of MOHR can arrange the duties by work from home season. Another article that I have read, mission system and method for interactive online training. I was equipped to use training by online. This is under HRDF training. Course content can be provided at any time. The registration and student registration process are streamlined. For online exams, the assessment process is usually short-lived. Okay, they have made training in terms of online. In this case, HRDF will conduct training, work from home with client and employees. Okay, from the training provides, refer to the companies or organization that as training center to HRDF registered employers. That we know HRDF registered employees are allowed to make claim by attending training conduct by HRDF. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nadia, for the long explanation. I believe that Ministry of Human Resource urged the employers to let their staff working from home to ensure that their health is not adversely affected by the prolonged haze season, as the primary responsibility of employers is to ensure an employee's safety and health at work. Next question, I would like to ask our second panel, Ms. Farhanum Husna from National Population and Family Development Board. What do you think about this topic?
Thank you, Ms. Farisha, for coordinating our forum today. It's such a good topic to be discussed with the current situation. So, from the perspective of NPFDB, I would say that I agree if organization opt for permanent work from home. I have written an article reported by the agemarket.com in November 2020 saying that over time, the work from home movement will give rise to what its Asian and Korean Managing Director Samir Said refers to as the hybrid working model. These findings, according to Samir, will eventually give rise to several long-term trends that will see the gradual decentralization of the traditional work model. Observing the changes Malaysians had made to their everyday life, NPFDB has took a closer look into how Malaysians were coping in this crucial situation. Therefore, NPFDB has conducted a survey in July 2020 on the impact of COVID-19 on behavioral and lifestyle changes, work from home, and family planning. The finding from the study shows that 1/2 of the respondents choose to work few days in the office and the rest of the days at home if they were given an option. They also stated that their employer had provided a flexible work arrangement during the MCO period. Thus, I think this momentum can be continued even after the MCO ends. Referring to another public survey conducted in May 2020 by KPMG in Malaysia, they managed to get insight from over 3,000 respondents on the work from home revolution. The result revealed that 69% of the respondents want the work from home arrangement to continue even after the MCO period. It also found that 56% of the business owners are supportive of work from home arrangement. The survey also points out that the actions of the Human Resource (HR) department also affect work from home sentiments among employees. When HR is found to play an active role, employees perceive productivity increased by 7%, while sentiments toward work from home implementation and ease of work from home transition increased positively by 7 to 8%. Therefore, I think permanent work from home is possible in future by taking care of all the challenges and planning proper arrangement. So these are my points of view on why I agree with this topic.
Thank you, Ms. Farhanum Husna, for the information that you share for the audience. Maybe some of us find it as useful and good info as we are going through with this current pandemic for almost 1 year. In order to establish strong workforce productivity when working from home, organization must invest in effective communication platform and upskill employees to better adopt new technologies. Next question, I would like to ask Ms. Aimun Amanina. As an NGO from Yayasan Aman Malaysia, may I know what kind of social services that you provide to citizens in Malaysia? Does it affect your social work, and do you agree with permanently working from home?
Assalamualaikum to moderator and all the panelists. Thank you for inviting me to this forum. As NGO from Yayasan Aman Malaysia, I am not agree that organization permanently work from home because we work for people. So, how we want to work if we just stay at home, not like other organization? We work to help people, distribute what they need, like food, medicine, and all they are needed. Based on article, what work from home means for an NGO providing COVID-19 relief by Dr. Jin Tanjali Chopra, 30 July 2020 mentioned that NGO work with the human touch. We live with real people with real emotions. Most beneficiaries have seen the harshness of realities that most of us struggle to even imagine. It is simply not possible to be able to reach out them, extend a helping hand, and offer comfort while sitting at a desk or at a home office. I read an article by National Committee US-China Relation by Ford Foundations China Director Elizabeth Knapp mentioned that in terms of our works, about 40% of the work of Ford Foundation on involved meeting with grantees, visiting their site and participating in their convening. So none of that is happening right now, either because the government is not allowing it to happen, or because people simply want social distance or to self-quarantine. That part of the work has now moved to the phone and probably has dismissed a bit. Moreover, I'm not agree NGO work from home because we will face with problem lack of access to technology. While it is assumed that all corporate employees have access to laptop or system via which they can work, as well as a reliable internet connection, it is not complete opposite when it comes to demographic that belongs to a lower income section of the society. According to article, what work from home means for an NGO providing COVID-19 relief by Dr. Jintan Jali Chopra, 30 July 2020 mentioned, most families come from destitute background, will share one cell phone that is only used for making calls and sending messages. Only the most prosperous family have 4G connection. Further, classes held over the internet are a far cry from becoming a reality. Technology cannot replace the classroom when it comes to reach out to homeless and destitute people. The lack does not affect just beneficiaries but employees as well. While corporate have made arrangements for those who do not have system to work from home, organization is the social sector have to take a call how much of their funding can they afford to redirect to invest in system. That's why I not agree organization permanently work from home. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aimun Amanina, on your explanation regarding on this topic. There is a saying that goes, do good for others, it will come back in unexpected ways. Volunteering with a non-profit organization or NGO can surely help you in more than just one way. Next, we go to Ms. Fidraini, a businesswoman who is running clothes business, especially for women fashion wear. I know the Poplu is one of the successful business in Malaysia. Can you briefly explain your challenging during this pandemic, COVID-19, for running your business? And how about should organization opt for permanent working from home? Do you agree with this statement?
Assalamualaikum to all the panelists. I'm so glad to be one of the panelists here. So Poplu Sdn Bhd is one of types of business involve e-commerce, retail and manufacturing. So permanent working from home across all departments will be challenging to implement. From my perspective, I absolutely disagree because of retail store need to be made regardless 7 days a week. Our e-commerce orders need to be physical pick, pack and ship. These types of tasks require physical presence and are time sensitive. On the fashion wear manufacturing side, should have workers to run the operation process. Meanwhile, working from home revolution also giving like community and difference in culture. For instance, passion about building and a growing business is harder to foster. Employee, it's difficult to stimulate enthusiasm about our service or product. Without ample social engagement, high spirits are tough to express them digitally. I read an article by Anuradha Singh who believed that many people face while working from home is that they find it difficult to concentrate on work and constantly get distracted one way or the others. This decreases one's productivity and leave their work at the mercy of them not giving in to their temptation and just rushing through their work at the last minute. Based on the other article I've studied, the other name should indicate a similar point of view. According to a recent study conducted by Lisman, reveals that the UK manufacturing and engineering industry is not prepared for working from home because of manufacturing industry workers have zero experience working from home. Now, It's difficult to ask someone to work from home when they haven't done so in their entire career. Therefore, I believe that work from home only be extended to selected employees, such from teams in design and marketing, who have the maturity and responsibility to work with the minimal supervision. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fitriani, for your explanation on this. I saw a survey that conducted by NPFDB. There is 63% of Malaysian workers prefer working in office over working from home. I understand your difficulty running a business during this current pandemic. I do have a question to our next panel who is working as an IT executive technician in Telekom Malaysia, Mr. Hafiz. As an officer who experienced a normal working hour, what do you think about our topic? Should organization opt for permanent working from home? As an executive technician in your company, how do you manage your job to be done so that your work runs smoothly without any problem?
Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for inviting me in this forum. I absolutely agree that organizations should permanently work from home. In the article written by Maxim and Lindred, is your organization ready for permanent work from home? Mention that working from home can overcome stress while traveling to office. Most of people stay more than 20 km radius to their office and spend more than 52 minutes every day on the road. Traffic jam, noise, and air pollution can make workers stress and less performance. I definitely acknowledge this point because as an IT executive technician, I travel to the office about 1 hour on the road and facing traffic jam daily. When I arrive at the office and start the job, I need to split the mood to serve the best for the customer, who call through the phone. When the lockdown and start working from home, I realized that I start my day with a joy and good mood, can serve the customer better compare working at office. About meeting with the team is no issue because nowadays we can meeting using Zoom application, Google Meet or others app. And in the article, some may work from home permanently after COVID-19, written by Joseph. About 74% of CFO surveyed by Gartner expect some of their employees who were mandatory to work from home because of COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic to remain working from home after the pandemic ends. And Alexander Ben, Practice Vice President of Research for Gartner's Finance Practice, giving the statement that this is to manage the cost. The pandemic will lead a lot of business moving employees to work from home on a permanent basis. Business is care about return on investment. Employer can cut the cost by renting a smaller and cheaper office, and placing employee to work from home can help cut facilities costs. This is because to maintain the facilities is expensive. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz, for your explanation on this matter. Ms. Aimun Amanina, as an NGO of Yayasan Imam Malaysia, do you agree with Ms. Farhanum's explanation as she is agreeing for working from home permanently?
Thank you, Ms. Farisha. I agree with explanation from Ms. Farhanum because as long as the work is not related to human touch, like us, just I said before it is simply not possible to able to reach out them, extend a helping hand and offer comfort while sitting at home office. So I agree and support as we know the implementation of MCO has brought an immediate change to the current work environment. According to a media statement issued by National Security Council on 18 March 2020, only listed essential and non-essential services are allowed to operate as usual during MCO period, subject to some restriction, including the minimum works operation or by working from home. This immediate change requires most of the Malaysian workforce to work from home, which means they have to work and live at a home. At the same time, leading to another challenge for them, which is immediate adaptation on how to balance between works and family matters. According to HR Asia, most authoritative publication for HR professional by Siti Normi Elias, April 2020 mentioned, based on result reported, a majority of respondents, 76.4%, agree that they have an advantage in better work adaptation during the MCO. Out of the participants, 80.2% perceive that the experience maybe help them in adapting the change. Meanwhile, only 5.5% the respondents are totally against the potential contribution of flexible working hours experienced toward better adjustment during MCO. The reason is perhaps due to having no experience on flexible working hours at their workplace, leave them with no idea about it. I believe with flexible working arrangement, employees are encouraged to have a greater sense of responsibility and time management, in which these two keys are believed to bring about a more productivity workforce and effectively remote management. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Aimun Amanina, for your sharing your opinion on this topic. Miss Farhanum Husna, what do you think about Miss Fitriani's explanation? Does it affect your opinion previously?
I'm sorry, but I disagree with Ms. Fitriani. The work from home concept is not a recent trend in Malaysia. For your info, various journals have been published to study on flexible working time and work from home implementation before the outbreak of COVID-19. Most of the results show positive feedback among the respondents. One of the journals that I have reviewed was conducted in 2018 on the topic of understanding the work at home concept, its benefit and challenges towards employees' context. The finding of the study found that flexible employment can be implemented in Malaysia by considering technology, rules set up by employer, and employees' preference. Considering the current situation, whereas the closure of childcare centres and schools has impacted the working parents to perform well during working from home phase due to disruption from their children. So this situation has been a big challenge and concern among the working from home parents. What I could suggest here is NPFDB has developed various family programs and activities such as parenting at work courses that designed to help dual career families cope with the multiple demands of work and family life. I understand with the current working scenario during the pandemic had created a chaotic situation since both employer and employees are unprepared to face the new norm. However, with proper plan by the organization, could optimize the permanent work from home in future. So that is what I personally think.
Thank you so much, Miss Farhanum Husna. Miss Nadia, as you agreeing for permanently working from home, same as Mr. Hafiz, do you agree from what he is saying and why?
Thank you to Ms. Farisha for giving me the opportunity to give an opinion. I honestly disagree is IT technician work from home. In this case, because as we know that their job scope is not only in terms of using an online server, they also need to repair if there is damage to equipment working. As an example, we can make an employee can connect with his laptop, with his printer. In this case, this employee does not have a knowledge of IT technician, so they need to refer to IT technician more skilled person. However, can still teach even using online apps such as Google Meet, but in this case, employees still need them IT technician to help employees by directly. Okay, based on the article Inter-Organizational Communication and ICT in Construction Projects, the communication is studied by elaborating on this phenomena from the perspective of two paradigms, the traditional function and the radical and humanist theory represented for this paradigm, the agency theory and Habermas critical social theory. Okay, in this case, face-to-face communication is also important. If only the discussion was by online, there is might be a lot of technicians that will happen, such as connection problem. So when working in the office, I think makes it easy for them to work directly. In this trial, I actually agree if the IT technician work in the office. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nadia, for your explanation. I do have a question to Mr. Hafiz. Mr. Hafiz, as Ms. Fitriani disagree on the permanently working from home, do you have any additional comments on this?
Thank you, Ms. Farisha, for your question. Regarding to Ms. Hani's explanation, I cannot deny manufacturing workers need to work at factory. Of course, they cannot work from home unless we can monitor all the machine from far away. Our technology not established this kind of machine yet, but I would like to mention about staff who work in the office, like human resources, financial, upper management. They can work from home. Everything in this world are going to online. Internet User Survey 2020 by Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) said 88.7% internet user in Malaysia increased from the previous years. This statement shows that we are ready to work from home because most of Malaysians are reachable through online communication. Ms. Hani also giving out the statement about cannot focus and rushing to the work. There is no rushing to work while working from home because from bed to your office desk is only less than 10 meters, I guess. People keep giving the excuses when they are delaying their work. As a conclusion, I am totally agree that the organization should permanently working from home for save the management cost, better working environment when can avoid traffic jam and less physical contact to the people to prevent the COVID-19 transmission. Thank you.
Ms. Fitriani, since you are disagreeing if organization on permanently opt for working from home, same as Ms. Aimun Amanina explained on her argument, do you agree or not if NGO permanently working from home?
I understand what you're saying, but please excuse me to disagree with Ms. Aimun. NGO has a program of work from home with available resources you have. Staff can be based anywhere, either in their house or in their field, provided that they have access to some kind of communication system so as to keep in touch with the organization. For instance, engage with your stakeholder, online fundraising, online activity, and much more via WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook. It is flexible and unique and is open platform that invite people from all age groups all over Malaysia and abroad. According to new research recently published by Tech Report, Facebook is the most popular social media channel for global NGO with 92% having a Facebook page. As we know, NGO offer many of the same role as other company, so it's possible to find work in the area like marketing project, management, or programming. In these visual jobs, I believe that from these teams should select work from home with minimal supervision. Working from home also allow you to be independent and make decisions. Given the current scenario, should keep their staff safely, they may reducing staff travel time, transforming meeting, and providing more transparent electronic record of process and decision. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Fitriani, on your input. Dear all, Jalil Rashid, a President and Group Chief Executive Officer from Permodalan Nasional Berhad, PNB, said in Bernama, working from home is now a permanent option, not just during the movement control order. However, not every role can be done from home. Every employee should have the option to decide how they want to work, that is, in the office or at home, as this would depend very much on personal circumstance. We must also understand that face-to-face interaction is still important. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that all of you have well done through this forum. It is a greatest pleasure that you had a fruitful discussions even though we have a limited time to discuss on this topic. I would like to express my appreciation to all the panels for taking time out your busy duties to attend this forum, and to all of your organization for sending excellent panel to this seminar. Thank you.